Okay, so now we're going to do standalone modules and creating a function. We did subroutines before, and now we're going to do a function. And one of the things that we want to understand is that we've typed in code into the first module, and now we can go ahead and close and save that module. So I'm going to go ahead and go here, and I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to go ahead and close it. Okay, and I'm going to close this as well. Okay, and so I'm going to come back over here, and it says to create a new module. Call it second module. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll come here and we'll click on create, and we'll say module. Okay, and we're going to save it and call it second module. Okay, you can save anytime you want. I'm just saving now. Okay, now what I'm about to do is in your book on page 616. So I'll go ahead and pull that out, page 616, and you can too. Okay, and it shows you about how to type in this particular function. And so go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, before we move forward, I want to point out to you something. This is a function. The other procedures that we've done previous to this video have been subroutines. And remember, a procedure that's a subroutine does not return a value, but functions do. They return a value. Okay? So I want to also point out that with functions, they can receive values, and right here is where a value in this particular function is going to be passed to. This is a parameter right here. This is the name of the function, okay? And so what happens is that a value would be passed into f value, and f value is kind of like x in algebra, where x holds any value. Well, f value is going to hold the value that's passed to it when this function is called. And then it comes down here to the next statement, the instruction, and it's saying, okay, take this lcase function and pass to it f value. Now lcase is a access function that is just available to anyone who wants to call it within their code. And what it does is it takes anything that's passed to it and then put it into lowercase. So it is a string value, or a short text value, and that you would pass into f value. It would go here. Lcase would take the string value, which strings are made of letters and numbers and special characters, and so it would take it and put it into lowercase, okay, and then it passes that value back to low all, and then that value can be passed back to where it's being called. Okay, so that's how a function works. Okay, so in order to test a function, it's a little bit different because you are passing a value back when you execute it. So one way to test a function is to use the immediate window, and so that you can see the value that's being passed back to test to see if it is in fact working correctly. And so to see the immediate window, mine is already showing, but if you do not have yours showing, you can click on View and then click on Immediate Window. Also, it says here Control G works as well. Okay, so you've got the immediate window showing, and in order to test this function, you have to have a question mark first saying, saying what is, or, what's the value being passed. So here I'll put low all, and I'll pass it a value of all upper case, okay, and then in parentheses. So what'll happen is it'll call the function low all, it'll pass this string to f value, then it'll come down here to execute this statement. L case will take the value of f value, which is this string here, and put it into all lowercase. Then it'll pass it back to the function low all, which is here, and it'll come back here and it'll show the value. So let me show you what I mean. So I'll press enter, and now you can see all uppercase in lowercase letters. All right, so let me do another one. Low all, and let's just see what happens if I do, let's see, Simpson Street. Then it comes back with all lower cases there, but it leaves the numbers alone. Okay, so go ahead and type that in as part of your Visual Basic supplemental activity.